Namaste, Mooji.
Namaste.
Today I have come here for your grace to awaken me. I'm not asking anything else.
Well, I can fulfill my part. We see if you can fulfill your part.
Okay.
Okay? Because whatever concepts we have embraced in life, you're going to just have to leave those aside for a moment. No? And I mean everything, you know? Not single, I can't itemize them, just you have the sense, your attitude. I'm just leaving everything. I'm going to be empty for a moment, just while we speak, because our concepts that we hold on to, they interfere with your complete seeing. No? So you just have to leave them. When the truth has revealed itself, some of those concepts may still continue to play, but they will not be injurious. They will not be somehow intruding, you see?
Yeah.
And your consciousness knows how best to use them. So you don't have to worry about that. You leave everything aside about who you have, what you have done, who you have taken yourself to be. Don't hold on to any favorite concepts for a moment. We can do this actually. So you are here before concepts, and yet you are not the concept. You are here before all concepts. They came after you. So whatever ideas and feelings we may have about life and judgments, you can put them aside. They are not stuck onto you. Maybe if you are holding on to them, they form some deeper impression inside the consciousness. But even if they do, and there are not many necessarily that are hooking inside the consciousness, but even if they are, your power to just say, I'm not engaged with them now, and leave everything aside. So just you become very empty. And also don't hold on to, I hope this turns out to be like this. Don't have any hopes about it. And don't even cling to any self-image or the feeling I am so-and-so. So this anyone can do. If you can do this, then I am speaking with you directly. You know? So just leave all of that. So just be empty as much as you can be. And I want you simply to be aware of what is here that cannot be swept aside. Everything else you can leave. Everything can be left. But you come to a kind of a ground of being or something that cannot be taken out. No matter, no hand can take it out. Nothing can remove it. So let everything that can be taken out just be left to the side. We can say temporarily. If you feel some anxiety about it, no, you can take them back when we finish this exercise. Leave everything. Be completely empty of motivation, motive, memory, identity, everything. Leave everything now you can do. And I want you to just notice or examine what is here now. In the absence of all these other things, what is here now? And many of you have heard me say that, but listen right now, like this is the first time you're hearing it. Okay? So be very fresh in this. And if your mind is feeling lazy, don't give, this is not time for your mind now, for your, just leave that, don't give it any attention. First what you notice is that you're still here, isn't it? Isn't it? Leaving everything, every thought, your strongest belief, your strongest idea, identity, leave everything aside. Leave everything aside. You have to be totally empty. Nothing from past is required, nothing from future is required, nothing from present moment is required. Leave everything. Having left everything, something remained here. Can you say what it is? Can you show it? Is it different from you? Your personality and its history and its fascinations, we have left aside. Because that is something that's always changing color. It's a chameleon. Leave that aside. Leave everything aside. What remains? Senses are functioning. The power of perception is functioning. The awareness of the power of perceiving is functioning. You cannot take this out. It's there. And don't be waiting for something, don't be expecting anything. Just simply pay attention to what is here by itself. Effortlessly. Now do it. Don't listen to what your mind, any commentary from the mind is not admissible.
Mooji, there is a point when you try everything, even as you were a student of a guru. There was a point when you had to reach your guru, and that time your ego was triggered by a guru and you were very angry. You packed your clothes and then you went for a walk. You were very angry. Something from inside you, the devil, it was brewing. And when you're walking, and then you said that suddenly your guru shattered your ego, right?
Yes.
So that is called that grace. I'm waiting for that grace. No matter how much we try, there is a point where something else has to come.
No, you are not following me.
Yeah.
Grace is pointing you. Listen to grace. Leave everything. My story is not going to help you right now. Leave everything. Leave everything. Because you're holding on to a certain shape. You're saying, well, this happened to Mooji, it has to happen to me like this. For many years I'm pointing to beings. One by one they're finding it out. Don't touch anything at all. Pay attention what remains. The self is not an event. It does not have to produce any effects, no big bangs or nothing. It is guiding you now. So those expectations I cannot accept. They are getting in the way. Clean your house now. Don't hold on to anything at all now. Empty, 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 beyond even the concept of emptiness. Leave it. So there should be no effort. You're not holding on to any particular way of being. Very unusual. Perhaps this is the first time you have allowed yourself to come here. All your concepts leave aside and don't pick up any new ones. Some people, they say they have been practicing spirituality 20, 30 years, but they have not done it. They have not done it. They're still retaining something. They find some pocket to hold some concept, something you're holding. Put it out now. Put it out now. Now is your day. Now is your moment. Don't expect any earthquakes, any flash of lightning. Don't expect anything. Just leave everything at all. Leave your mind.
Yes, Mooji. My energy is also very low. It's been
Can you listen? Can you listen? Can you listen? Leave everything. Don't care about where your energy is. It makes no difference to what I'm showing you. Doesn't matter where you're born, how long you've tried, how many times you may have thought you failed. Doesn't matter who you think you are, where you're going to go. All these things don't matter now. Leave everything. Can you do it? Can anybody do it? Can anyone simply leave it alone? Leave it alone. Leave yourself alone. You are the one molesting yourself. And as I said before, you're not in a state of waiting. It's not waiting. This is another trick of mind, waiting for something to happen. No happening. The self is not a happening. It is not an event. If something amazing happens, it is only to remove something that has to break open. But now don't be thinking, well, nothing is breaking open. Just keep quiet. Leave everything. Can you do it? See? I'm not going to call this any name. I'm not going to put any labels to it. I'm just saying, can you do it? Leave everything now. And examine what remains. Don't save any idea about yourself. Don't define yourself. To define is to confine. And even if there's a sense of waiting or expectation, you're aware of it, but don't touch it. Don't caress him. You be like zero without the shape. And speak from here then.
Nothing to speak, Swami. Mooji, am I going with your grace?
Are you staying with my grace? If you stay with my grace, you will go with my grace. Leave all expectations. Leave all expectations. Sometimes we have a subtle idea that something should happen and I will know. Leave this. The self is already the self. It has nowhere to go. Little interferences are coming, little things, and you are letting them trouble you, but they are nothing at all. Some little disbelief in the mind or some doubt, but that is also only another movement, another thought. You need not hone that thought, it's just a movement. Let them move, let them happen, but don't attach yourself to them. Nothing touch you. You are not your person. Leave all your roles. Go beyond daughter, mother, wife, friend, Muslim, Christian, Hindu, atheist. Drop everything. Don't define anything at all. And you will find something. Even the one who wants perfect realization, now it's time to leave this one also. That one brought you here, but you must leave him here now. Feel a bit of disappointment? Comes from mind. All this noise is from mind. You are the silence inside silence. You are the stillness inside every movement. You are the formless inside each form. You are the limitless one, unbound. You are proving this now. You are not your person. Person is your dream, your imagination. See how it is to move without holding. There's nothing to hold. Drop the idea of balancing things. They are already balanced. Pay attention to your being. It is already here. The mind and all its movements are watched from the stillness of being. Be in your being. Be faithful to it. Stay with it. Don't be too quick to try and assess it or evaluate. Simply stay put. And respond in life naturally. Don't hold on to any idea that tells you you're separate from the self. You are before mind. You may feel that there is something, some stubbornness inside the mind that just won't accept this. It doesn't matter, actually. You are aware of acceptance and rejection. You are neither of them. You are beyond. You watch these play of interrelated opposites, but you're not caught in the bubble of any scenario. You are the imageless witness. You are the imageless witness. Recognize that space in you. If you should turn your mind towards any trouble that you previously thought you had, you will see it is nothing. It is nothing now. Because your consciousness and your attention has risen up to a higher altitude. And like this you must continue to just look. There's not a lot of work to do. There's not work. Pay attention only. Don't keep any favorite concepts. Just be reminded and look. Keep checking in. All this that comes through the senses and through the mind is seen. Therefore the mind and what it perceives through the senses, that itself is perceived. But that which is perceiving, can that be perceived? The minute you feel this question, the attention moves away from the traffic of the mind of sounds and thoughts and sensation and turn towards the source from where they are perceived. Is there a tangible seer? Now my words are have to turn into experience now. They will not do as concepts now. They must become spirit in you. When you look from the place, from the source in which the mind itself is seen, time itself is seen, the play of duality is seen, what is perceiving them? Can this be seen? No verbal or mental answers will do now. Only your introspection becomes amazingly alive. In the final seeing, there should not be a thought or a question left in you. The functioning of perception is happening automatically, spontaneously. You're not the manager of that. Who are you here? When your personality and its various histories are left aside, who are you? So don't pay attention too much to what is arising in the field of consciousness. They come and go, they come and go, come and go, come and go. You're noticing as simply confirmed that it's all traffic. Everything is here as a tourist, everything is coming and going. But the watching of them, even the seeing of them is perceived. Where are you now? Are you an object in front of the lens of perception, or are you behind the lens of perception? Or both? In front, behind, and beyond? These are questions, introspections, that can only be answered by experience, not by concepts. You are that in which even silence is heard. Silence is perceived. Who are you? You are that in which presence and absence is perceived. Who are you? Are you with shape or without shape? Shape you see, but the perceiver of shape can be seen or not. Of my body, I can say, I was born on such and such a date, in such and such a month, in such and such a year, in such and such a place. But of my being, what can I say? I am birthless, timeless, ageless. I am neither a son nor a father. I rely upon no thought. You do not owe your existence to any thought, but the idea you have of yourself is constructed with thought. Witnessed in you, the real. So these contemplations will continue in you. You simply keep quiet and they will call you. They will call you. Be in their vibration. Don't speak about this. Keep quiet to yourself. When you speak with people, you will see that this speaking is more superficial. Now there's depth, immeasurable depth. And yet you are beyond deep or shallow. How you will speak about these things? Thankfully, you don't have to.
Gratitudes, namaste.
Namaste.